All right. Well, hello and welcome. And tonight's class, we're going to be focusing on celebrating because since I celebrated my anniversary yesterday, I got inspired. Well, I love to celebrate. It was really nice to have dinner with my husband, and I like just saying husband, practicing, and had some glasses of wine, and it was really lovely to celebrate. And it was small and it was quiet, but it was meaningful. And so our focus today is what are some little quiet celebrations that we can do in our day-to-day life. So that's going to be our focus. As we arrive on the mat, I will encourage you to get a block and maybe even a lower back support. And this reminds me that I just bought a new block from a company called Soul Friend. And the reason I bring that up is that they were gracious enough to say, oh, well, I'll give you a coupon or code actually for 15% off. So if anyone's interested in it, I can give you the code. I might just share it with you right now, but it's just to Allison Shulock 15. So if you felt inclined, anyway, they give money back to the community, and so they're offering 15% off if you go to them. Anyway, if you need more yoga stuff, they don't have tons, but they have enough of the stuff that you need. Anyway, if you want to grab your blocks, we'll have a couple poses that we can use our blocks. And in our last pose, our Shavasana, I'm actually going to give you an option for using a support. So doing Shavasana a little differently today. So if you want to grab those, you can. I don't remember where I bought this, but this was maybe one of the best. I use this all the time for my lower back. No idea where I got it. Anywho's, so as we have arrived, we're here. I want you to consider what are your celebrations, your little celebrations. So, thinking of them as the ways we can count our blessings. So celebrating something every day. When I drive to work every day, I have a little celebration, a little counting my blessing when I'm driving the car that I love, that I looked for ages. When I'm driving past the beautiful changing leaves. When I arrive at work, where I'm really happy and I enjoy myself. So counting my blessings. So celebrating doesn't have to be big, but our yoga poses today are meant to inspire that celebration. And I want to start us off in our easy seat. Stretching my legs out. I want to start us off in our easy seat with a quote from Charles Dickens. And that quote, he says, reflect upon your present blessing, of which every man has plenty, and not on your past misfortunes, of which all men have some. So focusing on our positives, the things that really enlighten us and bring us joy and happiness is very important. All right, well, in our easy seat, come to a comfortable, relaxed position, hands gently resting on our knees, either palms down or palms up. We're going to start with our 3 breaths. So as we inhale, let our head become light, like a balloon floating up, stretching out our spine. And as you exhale, feel your shoulder blades moving down your back. Inhale, opening the chest, opening the throat. Exhale, your sit bones become heavy, pressing into the earth. Inhale, expanding the ribs, expanding your chest. And exhale, contracting everything out. From here, we'll stretch out our neck a little bit. So we'll do our right ear to right elbow, inhaling, exhaling, gently rolling our neck to left ear and left shoulder. Inhale and go the opposite direction. Gently exhaling as we come right ear to right shoulder. Inhale and exhale. Left ear to left shoulder. And one more time. Inhale and exhale. Rolling through right ear to right shoulder. Awesome. Go ahead and roll through to our cat-cow. Remember, in our neutral tabletop, our wrists are under our shoulders, our knees are under our hips, pressing into the tops of our feet, pressing into our fingers, and we'll inhale, opening the chest, opening the throat, dropping the belly. Exhale, pushing through the fingers to the tops of the shoulders, belly button to the spine. Inhale, dropping that belly, feeling the spine stretch, opening the chest and the throat. Exhale, pushing back to the top, head drop, belly button up. Spine is nice and stretched out. Do this, of course, a few more times on your own pace, remembering to breathe with your movement. Inhaling and exhaling. And meet me back in neutral tabletop. All right, in our neutral, let's pull my hair back. In our neutral tabletop, we're actually going to do a little supported side plank and some extra workout here too. So let's get our weight onto our left hand and left knee. Reach that right foot out into our supported side planks. We're making our triangle. Inhaling our right fingertips up toward the ceiling. When we do this, to support us, make sure your belly button is pulling into the spine, your whole core area is active, and you can look up to the ceiling or down, whatever is comfortable for your neck. All right, so from here, we're going to lift our right leg 3 times, keeping it nice and straight into a star pose. So there's 1, inhaling, and exhale, slowly lower down. 2 more. Inhale that right leg, and exhale, lower the right leg down. 1 more time. Inhale, and exhale, lower down. Try to keep your leg up, raised, holding it there, moving into a neutral pose here, a tabletop, but with our leg out. We're going to do 3 push-ups with our leg extended, core in, active. Inhale and exhale, lowering down and pushing back up. Inhale and exhale, lower down. Come back up. 1 more time, keeping that leg up, nice and active. Inhale and exhale, lower down. Chin toward the mat and push back up. In this position, hold it there. We're going to go knee to elbow. So inhale and exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, pushing that leg back, and exhale, right knee to right elbow. 1 more time. Inhale, and exhale, right knee to right elbow. And then we'll come back to our tabletop. All right. Trying to get you nice and woken up. All right, so we're going to do the same thing, but on the opposite side. Now you're going to see me from the other angle. So all the weight goes onto the right hand and right knee, stretching our left leg out, pulling that belly button in and reaching the fingertips, left fingertips towards the sky. All right, core is active, and now we'll do the leg lift. Inhale, left leg rises, nice and strong. Exhale, lower down. 2 more. Inhale, left leg rises, foot is active. Exhale, lower down. 1 more time. Inhale. and exhale. But when we exhale, hold that leg up, turn to be back into our tabletop with a leg extension. And we will do 3 push-ups again. Inhale and exhale, chin toward the mat, pushing back up. And 2 more, lower down and back up. And inhale deeply and exhale, lower down, chin to the floor and push back up. Again, one more time, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, knee comes around to the elbow and pressing back. 2 more times, left knee, left elbow, pushing back. And one last one, knee to elbow. And push it back out and lower down. All right, if you're nice and warmed up, I am too. Hope this is gonna feel good. All right, so from here, we're going to slowly curl our toes and push our way back up into a down dog. First down dog, I always like to walk out or push extra with our hands or hang your head heavy, whatever's feeling good for you today. All right, we're going to continue a similar thing that we just did with raising one leg up. So let's raise the right leg up, inhale, and we'll exhale, bend the knee and stack the hips, turning to open up the hips. Inhale and exhale. See if we can hold that knee and slowly come through to the center and hold here for just a moment. Inhale and exhale, push that leg back out and then come through, planting right foot between your hands. Move that back leg and we're going to come up into a warrior one. Arms up, warrior one, chest open, inhale and exhale. Step both feet together into a mountain pose. From our mountain pose, really pressing all weight into our feet, fingertips down toward the earth, chest opens, breathing here for a moment. And we will continue on. Inhale, reaching up to the sky, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, neck is strong. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands, and this time just step back into a nice strong plank. If you'd like to do supported plank and stay that way, you can. Or really work on that plank for a moment, pressing into your fingers, pressing into the upper back, shooting energy out your hips, pulling that core in. And we're going to shift for just a moment over to a side plank. So let's go to the left first. Inhale, shifting our weight to the left edge of the foot. And again, if you need to do a supported, you can. Pulling in through the belly button, pulling in through the side, and reaching those fingertips up toward the sky. So you could stay right here, or see if you can move your right foot up your leg. Maybe it rests on your calf today, or your inner thigh. What feels good? Breathing through it. Inhale, and let's do a little wild thing. Kicking the right foot back behind you, chest opens up, drop that hand back down behind you, really sending the belly button toward the sky. Awesome. Inhale and exhale, come back over, plant your hands back into your plank, and slowly lower down. So now we are belly to the mat, chin to the mat. We're going to inhale to a little baby cobra. Inhale. Shoulders are down. pressing into the mat with your hips, your thighs, your knees, your feet. And exhale, lower down. Let's go ahead and press through plank and back into down dog. All right. For the second time we've been in down dog, let's do the same thing here that we did on the other side. Now for this one, I'm going to shift positions just so you don't get my backside. Okay, so now let's try this on the left side, right? So weight goes onto the right foot. Inhale, left foot up to a three-legged dog. Exhale, bending the knee, opening the hip. Pay attention to, does it feel different on this side? Better or worse, doesn't matter, no judgment. Breathing into this. Let's inhale, holding that knee, holding that bend. Slowly bring it through the center and hold that bent knee right here in the center. Inhale, kicking our foot, left foot back out. And exhale, bend the knee, coming through the center, planting between your hands. So from here, we're going to come up into a warrior one. So inhale, warrior one, nice and strong. Lots of power. You're a warrior, right? Opening that chest. Inhale and exhale, stepping both feet together for a mountain pose. Woo! And I almost fell into the wall. So in our mountain pose, just like before, weight into all four corners of our feet, feeling our fingertips shooting energy out toward the floor. And we'll continue from here. Inhale, extended mountain pose, shoulders are down. Exhale, forward fold, hinging at the hips, gentle bend in the knees. Inhale, halfway lift, neck is strong. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands and step or hop back into plank. All right. This time, we're going to shift our weight to the right for a side plank. So shifting the weight on our feet, the blade of the right foot, the instep of the left, shifting onto our right hand and reaching those fingertips up towards the sky. Remember, you can always do a support if you need to. You can stay here or see if you can challenge yourself on this side too. Can you bring that left foot up your calf a little bit? Almost like a tree pose, but on the side. All right, breathing into it, holding that core. Take one more deep breath and release the left foot and let it fall behind you into a wild thing. Wild thing, you keep your left knee bent, left fingertips are reaching out behind you to really give a nice arch, opening up that chest. Careful with your arms. Inhale and exhale, coming back down to our mat. And lowering down to the mat here. Inhale into Cobra, maybe a little bit more of a bend. Exhale, lower down. Pressing through plank into down dog. This time, look between your hands and step or hop between the hands. Halfway lift, neck is strong. Exhale, forward fold, hinging at the hips. Inhale to come all the way up, arms reaching toward the sky, and exhale, hands to heart. Namaste. So, taking a deep breath, let's see. Let's go ahead and we will move into our next flow. So at the top of our mat, weight is on our right foot. Inhale our right knee up. We can feel all the weight in our right foot, holding it here for a moment, pulling that core in, waiting with the balance for just a moment. Inhale and exhale, stepping back into a low lunge. Here, check your posture. Breathing, pulling that right hip back, left hip forward. Making sure we're not collapsing, keeping our neck and our back strong. Now we're going to do what's called a lightning warrior. Taking our fingers, we're going to shoot them back. Love the name of it, lightning warrior. Yeah. So our fingertips are going back, arms are active, fingers are active, core is active. Open that chest, open the throat. Breathing. Feel all of that power coming through you like lightning. Take one more deep breath in and exhale, shifting into a warrior two. So our weight shifts in the back foot, nice and strong and straight. Right leg stays the same, and now fingertips shooting either direction, pinkies pulling back a little bit. Okay, so we've got our nice warrior two going here. Inhale and exhale. See if you can go a little deeper. Inhale, exhale. All right. We're going to shift our weight through to our right foot. Almost like we're going into a warrior three. We're going to end in dancer pose though. So let's inhale, moving into that right foot, bending our torsos a little bit. And then try to reach that left ankle towards your butt. If you can grab the left foot with your left hand, great. And then if you can, kick your left foot against your left hand, reach the right hand out. Find a focal spot. Look at something across the room if you're having trouble balancing. Inhale, exhale, see if you can go a little bit more. Bend a little bit more toward the ground. If you need to hold on to something, do that. If you need to come out, come out. Inhale and exhale. Slowly coming back. Slowly release that left foot to match with your right. Make them nice and close to each other. And we'll inhale and exhale back into a nice chair pose. Take a moment with your arms reaching out. Are your shoulders back? Are your hips back? Is the weight on your heels? Pull your toes up a little bit, maybe for a challenge. Breathing. All right, now I have another challenge for you. See if you can roll forward onto your toes and raise your heels up. If you can't quite do it, that's all right. Maybe you're just rolling back and forth. It's a good way to stretch them out, but see if you can come in. Breathing. Inhale and exhale, lower the heels down. Now, don't come out of it yet. We're gonna get to a twist. You can start, should start here. Sending the right arm back, left arm forward into a nice twist at the core. And if you'd like a little extra challenge, left elbow to right knee, hands in prayer pose, twist at the core. Breathing. Now inhale, and we're gonna lift the left foot. See if you can bring that left foot up and step back into a nice low lunge, but keep that twist. If you have to come out of it and step back that way, that's fine too. Take 2 more breaths. All right, inhale and exhale. Release our arms, release our leg, and let's step both feet together. Maybe even shake it out a little bit. We'll do the same thing on the other side. All right, so from here, pardon me for a moment. I'm just gonna try to capture something if it's possible. All right, so we're at the top of our mat, back in our nice mountain pose. This time, all our weight is going to go into our left foot. Right knee is going to float up, Do the same thing here. Feel all the weight in the left foot. Are you leaning over? I just caught myself doing that. I started leaning all the way to my left foot. Keep those shoulders straight. Keep your core and your back straight. Maybe this is more of a message to me than it is to you. All right. Inhaling, and we're going to exhale back into that nice low lunge, right? So in our low lunge, without getting too bouncy, I'm noticing a little, I get a little excited there. All right, same thing as before. Right hip comes forward, left hip goes back. Core is open, chest is open. All right, and we'll move into that lightning pose again. Get those fingertips ready to shoot lightning. Inhale and exhale, shoot that lightning out back behind you. Arms are super active. Fingertips, feel the energy coming out the fingertips toward the back of the room. Feel that energy. Feel it make you maybe more powerful, stronger, more celebratory. Remember, we're celebrating, right? We're celebrating being alive. All right, do one more deep inhale and exhale, shifting our arms, shifting our weight into a warrior two. Fingertips are going either direction. Knees nicely bent over our ankle. Right leg is straight. Pull those pinkies back a little bit, opening that chest. Breathing into it. Awesome. Take 2 more breaths. Inhale and exhale. We're going to shift our weight into that left foot, going through a warrior three. Tipping our torso down toward the mat. Bending our right heel. And if you have to hold onto a wall here, you can. Right heel toward the right butt. See if you can grab that foot. Right hand to right foot. Now, if you feel it, kick your right foot into your right hand, reaching your left arm forward, finding a spot to focus on with your eyes. I am staring at my butterfly chair. What are you staring at? Find something to focus on. Pulling that belly button into the spine, really pushing into that. Now, if you can, see if you can tip a little bit further. Breathing into this pose. Shoulders are down. It's okay if it's not perfect. We're just trying. If you fall out, just come back. Take one more nice deep inhale and exhale. Slowly release your foot. Slowly let the right foot meet up with the left. We're going to do chair pose on the other side. So I'm going to shift so you can see me. Feet are together, legs are zipped up. We'll inhale and exhale, sitting back into our chair pose. Now, as we did on the other side, if you wanted to, you can roll onto your feet, or maybe roll back and forth if that feels better. See if you can hover here for just a moment. I'm sticking to my mat. I'm not sure how your feet are feeling right now. All right. Awesome. Lower those heels down. We're going to do a little twist on the other side. So left fingertips toward the back, right fingertips toward the front. Get that twist at your core. Stay here, or right elbow to left knee, hands in prayer pose, twisting at your core. Breathing into the twist. I've been doing a lot of running lately, and I can definitely feel this in my thighs. All right, so let's see if we can lift our right foot up a little bit. And can you step back into a low lunge without coming out of your twist? You might have to, and that's okay. Just giving little challenges here and there. Again, you might need to find a spot to stare at, literally called spotting. Breathing into the twist. Take one more deep breath in and exhale, release, sending your hands to the mat and stepping back briefly into a plank, and then we'll lower down. Take a moment, just relax, breathe, enjoy my pumpkins. All right, we're gonna do a little bow pose from here. So with bow pose, we can start by just raising the heels up toward our butts and raising our chest up. Do a little warm up here, see how we're feeling. So our feet are up, our chest is up. Inhale, exhale, lower down. Now let's keep our feet up. See if we can grab toward our feet. And if you can't grab your feet, just reaching toward your ankles right now will be sufficient. If you can grab them, see if you can kick into your feet, just like we just did. Kick into your feet and raise your chest up, pulling your thighs up, really pressing into your belly button on the floor. Take 4 deep breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. One more time. And release. Coming back down to the floor. Oh, nice to rest for a moment. All right. Pressing through our neutral tabletop. We're actually going to come to a little crow pose. We're going to practice crow a little bit here. I'm going to roll back onto my toes. I've done a lot of toe work with you today, a lot of ankle work, a lot of footwork. Let's see if we can continue that here. So crow is a private practice, I feel like. Everyone's at a different spot. Knees into our armpits from the upper parts of our arms, pressing into our hands. You might want to move those hands a little closer to your body. Looking out in front of you, find an area to spot, maybe on the floor. And maybe you just raise one foot. Maybe you raise one at a time. Maybe you raise both. But find a focal point. And even if you're just rocking back and forth, take a moment to just hover. All right, we're all in a different place for this. Remember that yoga is everyone's on their own journey. And some days you're good and some days you just can't. All right, try it one more time if you would like. If you want, you can come back down to sitting. To a nice seated position, wherever you are comfortable. All right, if you join me in a nice seated position, oh, that got me nice and sweaty. We're going to do something called the fire log. And this is the one where I might use my block. So the fire log, instead of our normal seat, and only do this if your legs feel comfortable with it. But you stack right knee over left foot, right foot on top of left knee. If that feels comfortable. If that does not feel comfortable, you can just have one leg bent towards your thigh and the other out. But if you can stack them like fire logs, let's try that. Wherever you're at, feel your sits bones become heavy and press into the earth. Neck becomes nice and long. I'm going to move my block right in front of me. And I'm going to inhale and exhale, hinging at my hip, forward folding. Now, if I need to hold here and stop, I could do so. If I think I can go a little further, I'll do that too. Where can you get to in your fire log stretch? Make sure you're breathing deeply here, right? Just letting your head relax. If you can't bend as far, you can always put your block on the other side too. It's a little higher up. Take 2 more breaths here. Inhale and exhale, slowly rising back up, vertebrae by vertebrae. And we'll switch our legs. So if you just had one leg bent and the other straight, let's do that here. Otherwise, stack left foot on top of right knee, left knee on top of right foot. Again, situate yourself. Sits bones are heavy. Spine is nice and long. Neck is long. Move my block right in front of me. Inhale and exhale, hinging at my hips, folding forward. Letting my head rest for a moment. Counting your breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Really let that head relax, become heavy. Let your arms relax and become heavy. Let's take one more breath in and breath out. Slowly come back up to seated position. Move my block to the side and release my legs. And this is where we're going to do a little corpse pose for a moment. So corpse pose, this time I invite you, if you would like, a little variation would be to have a block, a blanket, bolster, maybe a bolster might be too big, but a block or a blanket under your lower back. Now, if you want to just do corpse pose in its normal fashion, you are welcome to do that. But I just thought a variation might be nice. So slowly reaching those heels out either direction, allowing your neck to not take on too much strain. If this doesn't feel great on your lower back, of course, go back into our ordinary corpse pose. But otherwise, spend a moment just maybe stretching out the lower back a little bit more. And let's breathe into our corpse pose for a minute or two. Paying attention to the rising and falling of our breath. Feeling our hands become heavy. Our feet become heavy. Letting our eyes close or soften the gaze. Pay attention to how your body is changing now. How is it different from when we started? Maybe scan your body. What's feeling really good right now? What feels uncomfortable? Take 2 more quiet breaths. If you'd like to stay in Shavasana, you're welcome to. I invite you to join me in the closing. Maybe you want to pause the video if you're watching the video. If you have something in your lower back, I'm moving my feet up slowly and then releasing my block from under my back and then lowering down. And from here, maybe Maybe moving my knees back and forth. Starting to flex my fingers, my toes. Pat my eyes a little bit to bring some light back into my eyeballs. Maybe roll to one side for a moment. Take a few breaths here, whatever side you're on. And then in your time, you can join me in a seated position. In an easy seat, wherever you are comfortable. And I invite you to join me in a closing. In a closing, we're going to do a count your blessings breathing exercise. So before we begin, take a moment to think about, just get an idea of some things that you're pretty thankful for. I'm going to do 10 breaths, 10 counts. And if you just want to think about one thing for all 10 breaths, you could. Or maybe see if you can come up with 10 things that you are thankful for, 10 things that you celebrate every day. That would be wonderful. So it could be things like your drive to work, or that you don't have to drive to work, or your view from the window, or maybe somewhere that you recently went. What are 10 things? Before we do this, find a spot in the room that you can gaze at that's uninterrupted. And just like in our balance poses, where we found a spot to stare at to keep our balance, I want you to do the same thing for this exercise. So looking at this one thing, we're going to inhale deeply for the first time, thinking about something we are grateful for, and exhale slowly out. Count the second blessing. Inhale, staring at our object. Exhale. Try not to break that gaze aside from blinking. Inhale a third time. And exhale. Find a fourth thing to be thankful for. Inhale. Keep staring. And exhale. We'll do 6 more. Here's number 5. Inhale. And exhale. Find a 6th thing. What are you thankful for? Inhale. And exhale. Again, staring still at our object. Inhale. And exhale. Three more breaths, 3 more things that we are thankful for. Inhale. And exhale. Keep your gaze strong. Inhale. And exhale. And one last time, this time as deeply as we can, really keep our gaze focused on one thing. Inhale. And exhale deeply all the way out. Awesome. Thank you so much. You are all in my 10 things I'm thankful for, 10 celebrations that I do. I'm always happy for this class. So thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste.
Thank you, Allison.
Yay!
Oh, that felt good.
Good.
Super tight. Oh.
I hope that helped.
I didn't get the